Welcome back to the channel, everybody. Semi-original guy here, aka Mr. Cannon from AWBW, bringing you another live league game of the day. Today, we are playing on Would You Change a Step You Take. This is a Tier 3 standard matchup here in the live league. Now, an interesting Tier 3 because we actually have an underpick today. Now, our players are Killa2Good and DeXoU, I believe is how you say it, DeXoU. And it looks like we're going to be featuring the slimes today. So very, very cool. Alrighty, so these two players are a little bit lower ranked on the live league ladder. I believe they're sitting at around 700 to 800, maybe close to 900. But not necessarily like the highest level play, but I thought this game was super interesting. And because of the underpick, I'm very, very curious to see exactly how it went. Now, for those of you that don't know, Mr. Drake, the Navy Specialist of AWBW, recently got a little bit of a debuff. Currently, his day-to-day abilities will actually increase his Navy units' defense by 10%, and also increase their movement by 1, which can be pretty good. But, no Navy on this map, folk. No Navy on this map. In addition, he gets base firepower on all his ground units, but his air units will actually take a penalty of 70% firepower. Well, down to 70%. So technically a 30% reduction in the normal firepower. Now, is that like necessarily huge? It's a little bit big, but not like necessarily game breaking or anything. But the reason why people pick Drake is because of his co-power. His first co-power is Tsunami, now called Squall in Reboot Camp. It will do 1 HP global damage to everything that it hits and sap their fuel and ammo in half, which can be very, very effective. On the super co-power, Typhoon will do 2 damage globally and also sap that fuel and ammo in half and make it rain. The other thing that Drake has is he has no penalties when it comes to rain. So, it can be pretty good. On the other hand, we have Jess. Now, as we know, Jess gets a penalty to her infantry, planes, air units, and navy units by 10%, but also gets a increase in 10% firepower to all of her ground units. Vehicular ground units, that is. Now, her turbocharged co-power will increase her movement by 1 and give her a firepower bonus, and the overcharged super co-power will increase that movement by 2 and significantly increase that firepower. So very, very cool stuff. Very interesting picks for this one. You don't often see an underpick when it comes to live league, especially when it's tier 3. So tier 4 CO Jess versus a tier 3 CO in Mr. Drakey boy. So let's go ahead and see what happened here today. As you guys know, we are going to skip ahead by the first few turns. Because it is always standard infantry builds, and I already saw something a little wacky right here. Alright, so instead of going for the neutral base, we actually went down and capped a property right away. Now, I believe that was our initial infantry, right? Yeah, so it was the initial infantry. So it looks like we were actually maybe just going for a little bit of early income rather than going for the base. Alright, so that could possibly be what we're doing. Aside from that, Killa2Good, Mr. Drake going for the usual cap chains, capping one of the back properties first, and going for that neutral base. Both players are now slowly pushing their way forward here, which is pretty cool. This map is very reminiscent of a Fog of War map that I can't quite remember the name of at the moment, but it kind of gives me the same vibes. So we'll see how it plays out. I think what this map is going to entail is we have strong side over here, weak side over here, and vice versa here. So we're probably going to see a large amount of units funneled into these two areas here, and probably some minimal fighting in the mid, but we'll see exactly what does happen later on in the game. Now, DeXoU, our Jess player, has opened up with a tank on the weak side. It's a very cool tank on the weak side, looking very nice. Nice little coloring to that guy. And alright, so this guy can move up here and then actually start to interrupt those properties over there. So very cool. Alright, Killa2Good, a Drake player going in, capping the airport, base skipping an infantry in order to get out a tank. For some reason. Interesting. We have enough money in the bank actually to build a infantry, but we choose not to for some reason. Maybe that was a mistake. Could have definitely been a mistake, but DeXoU now going with a recon double infantry build. Recon over here on the strong front. Not necessarily a terrible idea. I mean, the recon is going to be able to get a position over here on the city right away and then push up and guard or interrupt these caps over here, so could be good. Alright, so let's see what this Drake tank decides to do. Drake tank goes down and sits right beside the HQ, not bad a position, and we are continuing the tank chain out of that property. And Jess is going up and capping some of the neutral properties in the center now. Brings that recon to the position on the city like I was kind of thinking that it was going to go. Definitely the best spot for it at the moment. Double tanks right now, so we're doing a tank chain down here in order to combat the tank chain over here. I don't necessarily mind that. You know, if they are going to do a tank chain over here, you might as well do the tank chain in the same spot that they're doing it. We do have this extra vehicle over here to ward off the infantry, but the nice thing about this is we're going to have double infantry count over here versus single infantry count over here. And our vehicle fighting is going to happen right here. So there's going to be a limited amount of infantry over here fighting versus our infantry as well. Or should I say Jess's infantry. But it's not always the case. But we'll see exactly what does happen later on in the game. Alright. Copter build from Mr. Drake. Okay. Base skip copter build. Alright, pretty cool. So base skip copter build right here. Now, even though it is only 70% firepower, you know, it's still very effective for interrupting infantry and warding away like recons and stuff. I mean, even if it's a weakened copter, you still need an anti-air in order to take it out. Hands down. Alright, recon moving up and taking the very first engagement of the game. We have struck an infantry, taking it all the way down to 3. And we positioned 2 of our tanks right here, which is not bad. So these 2 tanks are actually guarding this guy right here. Now, unfortunately, one of the things that happened here was Killa was unable to continue the tank chain right here, leaving him with just 2 tanks versus 2 Jess tanks. So not necessarily what you want, not necessarily the situation, I guess, that you want to be in, but he does have the copter over on the other side there. So it is going to be a pretty big deterrent. Did not capture the comm tower before he went in and took those attacks. Definitely make sure that we cap those comm towers before any engagements do happen. We're all guilty of it, folks, but we got to do our best to try to avoid those little things. Interesting mech build over here from Jess as well. Underwhelming mech power from Jess, but it is still a mech, and if we manage to get it over here on these mountains, it could be very, very effective due to the defense. And we take an early engagement here. We actually move up and we strike this tank right here, doing a pretty massive amount of damage. So not too bad right there. And we build 2 tanks. 2 tanks and we base skip. So we only had 14 grand in the bank, so I don't think it's that bad. You know what? Sometimes base skipping is fine if you can keep your vehicle count really, really high, because at the end of the day, if you win the vehicle war, you're gonna win the infantry war right afterwards, because infantry cannot really contend with vehicles very much. So if you have a plan to win the vehicle war, you might as well go for it. Unfortunate luck roll right there. We did not manage to pull that one off. So our friend Drake was unable to get the KO right there. Very, very sad. Not what you want to see, but sometimes it does happen. Copter in range of anti-air over here, and I don't believe that this copter really did too much. Like, what did we do? We took out, like, was it the recon? Yeah, we took out the recon. Recon is probably not worth the copter death, to be completely honest. Not super feeling that one, but is what it is. Unfortunately, this tank is not in range to actually cover. Maybe if the tank was in range to cover so that we would get a hit on the anti-air next turn, that might be okay. I mean, we do have this tank, so it's possible that that attack might happen, but this tank might be needed over here. I don't know. You know what? We're going to see what happens here. It is now Jess's turn at the bottom of day 9. Also, even properties at the moment, folks, so it's not looking too bad for either player. Jess really does need access to that comm tower, though, pretty soon. Comp Tower would be very, very good for Jess because it will secure those 2-hit KOs on cities with the 120% firepower. We do pull ahead a little bit here, though. We are now sitting at 20k at the moment. And it doesn't really look like Drake is going to be able to acquire many caps. He might be able to get this one. But we do have units to interrupt here. So let's see if the interrupt happens. Nope, we're going to give the city away. Cool. Alright, not too bad. I mean, we strike the tanks, so it's not really too bad. Now we have, like, 2 4 HP tanks versus a 8 HP tank right here. Another full HP tank and a copter. Pretty dicey situation here. We just lost the battle copter over here, too, so it's not like, fantastic. I would not take that shot. No. Okay. That's like, oh no, it's fine. But I don't know, it's not worth it, to be completely honest. 120% firepower Jess anti-air from the city is gonna just completely obliterate that guy. Potentially with turbocharge, actually, so it's gonna be even more firepower. So yeah, that's a rough one right there. Unfortunately, it does look like we are probably going to be losing that copter. 1 2 3 4 5 6 7. 1 2 3 4 5 6 7. Could be some risky stuff. There is actually potential for a break right here, so we'll see what happens. Alright, Drake is going to have to come up with a pretty good plan that involves base skipping and battlecopter. So, alright, cool. Looking good. Yeah, a little bit too far. I probably would just put it on the city. I don't know. I mean, what else are we going to put on the city? Tank? Tank's not going on the city? Infantry? We're going to put the infantry on the city? I think it might happen. 8 HP tank going and interrupting the city. Why did we not get that cap? Oh no. Hold on, I gotta go through this one more time. We have so much time. Oh, we must have just forgot to get the cap. Oh, that's too bad. Alright, yeah. Advanced Wars by Web, there is a little icon near the top of the screen that will allow you to see units that you have not moved yet. Definitely make sure to check that guy before the end of the turn. Unfortunately, you did not manage to get this cap. That would have actually secured that cap too, so a little bit of an issue right there. Using the tank to interrupt it, though. I guess we have the mech right here. Tank could just swoop around and smack that guy pretty hard. But we don't have an anti-air. We definitely need an anti-air over on the strong front for green earth. And another copter build, anti-air double infantry. So we do know that this anti-air is pretty much doomed. So we build the second anti-air in order to take care of that guy. Okay, that guy's safe this time. Alright, it's not too bad. Alright. And we eliminate the tank. Alright, not too bad. Are we going to continue the Caparino Rex over here in the center? Definitely got to continue the Caparino Rex in the center. Very nice. Alright, cool. So all is not lost. We do have to base skip again, but we do have the anti-air and we have the tank available. 2 tanks on this side and a big old tank right here. So it's not too shabby. We do have overdrive completely ready here though, so that is gonna smack pretty hard. However, there is gonna be a counter attack with the Typhoon the next turn, but there is potential for like a 2-strike here, and then we could potentially start capping on the comm tower this turn here. So let's see what DeXoU decides to do. So we pop the overdrive, go full super power mode right now, and what do we manage to do? So we hit an infantry. And oh, that's going to be big. Yeah, that's big. Anti-air moves up and takes out the tank with the additional firepower. And we don't actually start the cap, but we do destroy the infantry here. So now these guys are going to be insanely annoying to get rid of, because we are going to have to dedicate quite a bit of forces, at least minimum 2 units, in order to stop that. The only other thing that we might possibly be able to do is just move the move the battlecopter right here onto the comm tower in order to save it. I think that's probably a fairly good move, but the infantry will eventually whittle the battlecopter down. This tank definitely needs to be taken on this anti-air right away. This battlecopter needs to do a full shift over here in order to start dealing with this kind of madness that's going on. Alright, stops cap. This is so unfortunate. I wish that we got that cap. Like, that was Drake's cap. He deserved that. He deserved that cap. No cap. Alright, so superpower, definitely hurt quite a bit, sitting down at 45,400 value to 74,000. However, we do have the Typhoon blasting the entire map for 2 damage globally. Takes that value all the way down to 58,100. So a pretty significant loss in value there. Using the 5 HP tank in order to attack this tank right here, taking out a battlecopter. Very nice. So this is actually a fairly uncontested anti-air over here at the moment. Definite priority would be this battlecopter right here. However, we are going to need some tank presence over here by the HQ because it is looking very sketchy. Looking very sketchy indeed. You know what I would have probably liked to see here? This is just like, okay, so this is just something, right? So we have this tank here. The tank goes down, smacks this guy right here. Even with the negative firepower, there is a pretty good possibility that this battlecopter could swing around right here and just destroy this anti-air outright. There is a very high probability that that would happen, right? So I feel like we should actually just do that because a battlecopter in this position right here will be able to swing over and assist this side next turn rather than be up here, just fending off these infantry, because this battlecopter can go right here, like I said, and just sit here and be super annoying for a little while, allowing like maybe even like something as simple as a recon build to come over here and protect this side at the moment. We definitely need some forces over in the middle to contend with the amount of units that DeXoU has coming. So let's see what happens. Yeah, recon build, perfect. See, that's what I'm saying. Like, the recon can completely save this side over here. The infantry won't be able to do nothing against the recon. Now it's DeXoU's turn right now, so he goes down, gets a heal on the anti-air. Unable to actually finish off this anti-air safely because of the tank presence right there. And DeXoU just going up and cleaning house on a few of those units here. Now, like I was saying, if we had the battlecopter in the middle, probably wouldn't have gone down like that. But I would not say that Killa2Good is out of the game yet. You know, he is Drake. He's got access to global damage, and there's a lot of injured units on the field. Injured units can be taken out lickety-split. Probably would not have put the anti-air that close. This is an okay attack. I mean, we take it down all the way to 1. But incredibly risky to put your only anti-air like that close. Definitely, like, I would take that luck roll, like, instantly. Like, let's do it. Let's definitely take the luck roll. We didn't take the luck roll. We could have finished off this tank, like, no problem. Like, take the luck roll. 100% gotta be taking those luck rolls. And unfortunately, the tank that went to the mid has been destroyed, and the anti-air that survived with 2 HP is now at 4 HP, pushing up. These infantry were forced to retreat, though. You know, we can't contend with a tank and a battlecopter up here. DeXoU leaves this battlecopter once again sort of vulnerable right here, but it's not super vulnerable because we have a lot of presence right here and a lot of presence right here. There's no way to one-shot or even two-shot this anti-air at the moment, so the battlecopters are not going to be able to swoop in and do any sort of real damage to those guys. And this 4 HP battlecopter is not going to be able to finish off that guy. The only thing that we might be able to do is, like, we might be able to move the recon, take a shot here, might be able to finish off this guy right here, bring the battlecopters over here, and bring another tank in, and then sort of reevaluate our situation after that. But I don't know, it's looking kind of tough. Alright, so top of the board at day 14, Killa2Good, still in the game, not out yet. Unfortunately, DeXoU has done the war crime of building the stinkiest of units. The Neo tank is on the field. That is going to be one heck of a unit to contend with. Now we're taking luck rolls. We should have taken this luck roll, I'm telling you. So we do a couple attacks here. Because the anti-airs are going to survive, though. I mean, the copters are not going to survive, unfortunately. We're going for a cap right here, so not too bad. DeXoU is actually ahead by quite a bit of funds, like 23,000 at the moment. In a low-level game like this, I would say, like, if you're, like, at 23,000 at the moment, like, you could probably just safely just spam out the stinky Neo tanks every single turn and probably just overwhelm your opponent to get the win, like, hands down. But we'll see what does happen here. Tanks are swooping around. Yeah, that battlecopter has been destroyed. Infantry luck rolling the other battlecopter. And now Drake is in a very sticky situation because the Neo tank is getting close. However, please tell me we are going to be flipping those two properties. We have got to flip those two properties. Yeah, there we go. 20k in the bank every day. Now we're getting somewhere. Just sacrificing battlecopters all willy-nilly, though, to the void here. This is not necessarily, like, the best tactic to do. This guy's going to be at 6 HP next turn. This guy's going to be, well, he's at 3 HP, but, like, the 6 HP is going to almost completely obliterate that. And we have overcharged. We have overdrive. That's what it's called. We got overdrive. Oh my god, 6 HP. That's gonna be almost like a one-shot, if not a one-shot. Oh boy. Alright, these tanks are moving in. Chipping away at these tanks. Like, I want to see, is it gonna be a one-shot? Oh my god. Oh my god. Devastation, folks. Devastation. Does not get the luck roll on the tank, though, so this guy actually does manage to survive. And we got another super co-power on the way here. Typhoon. Alright, so second Typhoon of the game. That was a significantly larger amount of global damage. Look at this, 83,000 all the way down to 62,000. Taking a shot at the slimy boy over there on the mountain, so we don't manage to kill him, but I mean, he's pretty injured, so it's not too bad. This Neo tank in the middle and the classy boy down here. Oh, yeah, that's what I'm talking about. If you're gonna stink up the game, you might as well get a little bit of classiness on there as well. Alright, so taking this tank all the way down to 2. This side is not looking like super hot. I mean, there's a huge amount of injured units right now. So this side can be easily taken out by just a few units that do manage to survive. I mean, this battlecopter is doomed again because of this anti-air, but is what it is, I suppose. We are just not getting those luck rolls. Are we gonna get this comm tower? It's like highly likely we might be able to get that comm tower. Like, if we cap one more time, and then like maybe join cap, and then like block this medium tank off, we might be able to get it. Although if Jess does decide to build a battlecopter, it's not gonna happen. We need to bank some funds and deal with the Neo tank, or start building like some indirects pretty soon. Alright, classy boy moving in. He is thirsty. He is thirsty for violence, and he is looking at those infantry capping that comm tower right now. Alright, so not really pushing into anything over here, but pulling back over here by the HQ. Like, the Neo tank is the Neo tank is uncontested right now. So like, this Neo tank, like, he doesn't need to run away. I mean, I guess he attacked this, but like, you could like just keep this Neo tank over here and it'll just decimate this side. I don't even necessarily think it's needed over here. I mean, like, I guess it's fine, you know. We take out the tank with it, so I mean, it's mostly just defending our line here, so whatever, it's all good. It's a very odd fighter build. Fighters are so weird to see on these like low funds maps. I wouldn't necessarily say this is like a super low funds map, but like it's just so weird to see a fighter. I've had people build fighters on me like out of nowhere, and I'm just like, what are you doing? What are you doing, man? Why are you making my life hard? You're making my life so hard right now. Fighter is gonna be insanely effective though here, because we're gonna be able to just one day, and then the airport is locked. That's it. We're not going to be able to have any more battlecopters. We're going to have to start building some. Well, we're gonna probably need some artillery for sure. Like, we definitely need some artillery. Copters are, I mean, the copters are fine. Like, why aren't we building? We need an anti-air though. We definitely need an anti-air on the field if there's a fire coming. It's gonna get pretty dicey here pretty soon. And it was so close. So close. Oh, and this Neo tank is just being dirty. Okay, so we're gonna get a cap. It's gonna happen. Why didn't he go in and why didn't he go in and attack? He could have just like 1-2. Like, it could have been possible. Well, I mean, it probably wouldn't have been completely possible, but there's not really any other threat. I mean, there's battlecopters, but I mean, if all three of the battlecopters don't swarm this Neo tank to destroy it next turn, I don't know what those guys are doing. So they have got to do that. And this guy's at 2, right? Probably wouldn't have been enough, actually. But either way. No, we could just... Oh my god, I swear to god. Swear to god, if this Neo tank lives, I would be so upset. Come on. Oh. Luck roll it, please, please, please luck roll. No, no, no. See, I'm telling you, I know it's live, but we have 1, 2, 3, and 4. 4-pronged attack right now. Just get this guy out of the way. Just like boom, 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 taken out. And then, like, the fighter, he's gonna be destroying your copters anyways. Like, this Neo tank surviving with 1 HP. It's gonna be a 3 HP Neo tank next turn, and we're gonna be losing our biggest fighter, our biggest battlecopter. Like, we'll be able to just swoop around. That guy's gonna be gone. Neo tank is gonna escape. He's gonna be able to, like, run over here or something. He might not survive, like, the next turn, but would have been so nice to see him destroyed. And we didn't even take out this tank either. So unfortunately, like, the battlecopter right there, like, it wasn't, like, really the best attack. But I can see what he's doing, you know. I don't know what this missile's all about. We got a missile on the field over here on day 18 by Killa2Good. So, very interesting build. I don't know. I don't know what he's gonna do. I mean, the fighter's just gonna be a run away from the missile. So, I think maybe what the plan could be for this missile is if we actually just sit the missile back, like right here. I mean, it'll block our airport. So, I mean, if the fighter does come in and attack anything that we just built from the airport, I mean, the missile's gonna be able to destroy it. That could be maybe the idea, maybe the plan, but oh, the Neo tank escapes. We better be able to get I swear to God. I swear. Oh my God. Come on. Come on. Yes! Oh! Take that. That's what I'm talking about. He's gone. He's gone. Oh my God. I'm so happy right now. That's beautiful. Alright, continuing on with the game. In all seriousness. Somehow after all this fighting that has occurred on the game, Killa2Good is actually still, or somehow still ahead in units, and he's actually starting to rebuild up his army. He's getting there. He's almost got another co-power charged up. However, DeXoU does have almost another overdrive right now. But is behind on a few units here. However, I mean, we are going to get a few KOs here, obviously. 1, 2, 3, 4. Or 1, 2, 3, I would say at least. Yeah, we got the 3 KOs. And the 4 KOs. And another stinky Neo tank. Oh my God. Oh my God. It's here. It's there, folks. Oh, the missile is like... What is the missile do? The missile is moving up, guys. He's got a plan. Alright. Continuing on with the game, we take another strike at this tank, and we attack the anti-air, only doing 2 damage. That is going to be just completely healed up. This is one of the things, right? when it comes to Advanced Wars. Oh, we didn't even attack it. That was just a join. That's the wrong spot to join. I'm going to tell you that much right now. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Like, we got to join up right there. That's the spot to join. Joining up right here is just going to result in the death of this guy right here from this tank. That's like a no contest right there. So if we're going to be joining units, we got to join up in a safer location. Safest location probably would be right here behind the missile. Missile would definitely bait an attack for sure. Artillery right in the face of a medium tank. Oh my god. The cojones on this guy right here. This artillery is ready. He is so ready right now. He's backed up by a medium tank though. Oh my god. This is the stuff of legends right here. But we got overdrive. So I'm fearing the worst right now. Oh, we're starting to cap the comm tower again though. Oh my god. Are we gonna get it? No, we can't. There's a recon in range. Alright, missile took some major damage here. Artillery down, medium tank going into the mid. Are we gonna drop this? Okay, we have we better drop that guy. Drop the infantry on the HQ. Drop him. Drop him. Drop it. Drop him. We didn't drop him. Maybe there's not actually anything left in there. But either way. So we got the super co-power. Very nice. Very nice. Super co-power is ready to go. There could actually be a reason for why we didn't drop it. So maybe he's actually keeping a fresh infantry right here. And he's like, I don't know, maybe going to drop it next turn. So that he has a fresh infantry in position to actually cap the HQ. That could definitely be possible. Killa2Good's unit count is kind of hurting at the moment. Although we did capture the comm towers. So now we have 2 comm towers. And 2 medium tanks on the field. So it's not looking too bad. Medium tanks are not going to be... I mean... Neo medium tank against this guy, it might be a lot of damage. I don't think it's like... we could probably even go for it. I mean, it wouldn't even be too bad, to be completely honest. One thing it would do is, like, we would hurt that guy, like, significantly, but then we would also charge up a lot of our next co-power, while Drake is unable to charge any of his co-power at all. So I mean, maybe taking those shots wouldn't be the worst thing in the world. I mean, we can start the attack off with a Neo tank for sure. Moving on to this city right here, which is still not captured actually. Very interestingly enough, although the capture game has quite evened out quite a bit here. Technically at the moment, I think Killa2Good is actually ahead because of the comm tower capture. Another medium tank. Oh my god, this guy, Killa2Good, you are the classiest boy. He is going full classy mode right now. Unfortunately, we definitely need an anti-air. We left a copter in range of another anti-air over here. That is going to be an easy peasy destroyer right there. Oh, we did not actually manage to get the KO on this tank right here, which actually leaves this infantry vulnerable to at least 1 strike from a medium tank. But we are going for that HQ at the moment. Alright, Killa2Good moves the tank back, sacrifices it, takes a big shot on the infantry, taking it all the way down to 3 HP, moves another medium tank forward. The HQ is still under threat, folks, but we have 3 medium tanks. 3 classy boys are going to be trying to hold the line. And they are 120% firepower classy boys at the moment, folks. And Killa2Good now actually just flipped a bunch of properties. So if in the event this push fails, Killa2Good is going to be massively ahead. Oh, we just join capped and we continued. We continued with the join cap here, folks. So let's see what is going to happen here. That HQ is now sitting at 7. We are sitting at 7 HP. We are going to have to hit it for quite a bit of damage in order to secure it. What are we going to be able to do? What are we going to be able to do? Oh my god, we have a bomber build now at the moment too. Oh boy. 63,000 versus 122,000, 7 HP. I don't even know if we could take this guy down to 7. We might even need a super. Ooh, okay, so we took it down to 6, so that's going to be sitting at 1 next turn. Okay, we got the artillery in position. We got to build an anti-air. We need some anti-air over here. Yeah, we got an anti-air in the field. Okay, it's not looking too bad. This bomber is just going to be rushing up, though. Oh, boy. Oh, boy. I'm starting to get spooked here. Okay, we got the turbocharge. DeXoU is going in for a final push here. Are we going to be... Oh, we took out the medium tank. We are going to get a full surround. A full surround of that HQ. And we pop the super. And that is all she wrote. We are going to be unable to stop that cap. It is only sitting at 1. Wow. Wow. What a flipping game. Holy macaroni and cheese, that ending, man. Wow. Jess just completely pulled it through at the end with a multiple turn HQ capture. Like, we started the cap here. That's 1, 2, 3. 3 turn HQ capture, and we managed to pull it off here. Wonderful. Wonderful. Congratulations to both players. That was a highly entertaining game. Definitely a few things to work on when it comes to just if you, like, I don't know, like a few quality of life changes to the gameplay. We definitely should not be just yeeting our copters into anti-air range quite a bit. But you know what? We live, we learn, we play, and we get better every single day. And that is the way that it goes. So hopefully you guys all enjoyed. I know I definitely did. And there will be more live league games of the day in the future. So until then, consider leaving a like, comment, or subscribe. And I will see you all in the next one. Take care of yourselves. And bye-bye for now.